Now let's proceed to Indicator 7, established a learner-centered culture by using teaching strategies that respond to their linguistic, cultural, socio-economic, and religious backgrounds. Let's study the key concepts for this indicator. We have learner-centered culture, teaching strategies, linguistic background, cultural background, socio-economic background, and religious background. Let's have a learner-centered culture. This refers to a set of attitudes, conventions, and practices that place the learners at the center of the learning process by using varied teaching modalities responsive to learners' diverse background and relevant to meaningful learning experience. A learner-centered culture in the classroom means making our learners the most important part of the learning process. It involves using different teaching methods that consider each learner's background and make learning meaningful for them. For example, we could let our students choose topics they're interested in for a project so they feel more engaged and motivated to learn. This way, it's all about what works best for the learners to help them learn and succeed. Then we have teaching strategies. This refers to pedagogical methods carried out through learning activities and materials that are designed based on learners' needs and learning goals. These are the methods and techniques educators use to facilitate learning. In this context, teaching strategies should be adapted to meet the unique requirements of each student based on their background. Differentiated instruction is a teaching strategies that tailors the content, process, and product of learning to accommodate the diverse learning styles and abilities of students. It can be adjusted to consider linguistic, cultural, socioeconomic, and religious backgrounds. For example, in an English 9 class on the topic about communicative styles, I can make use of differentiated instruction in several ways. I can provide a variety of reading materials to accommodate different reading levels and preferences of my learners. I can allow flexible group work where my learners can choose their roles based on their interests, whether it's researching, performing, or writing. For individual assignments, I can let my learners pick specific topics within communicative styles that intrigue them, fostering personal engagement. And then by tailoring the instruction to students' unique needs and learning styles, the class becomes more inclusive and supportive, ensuring that each student can participate effectively and comfortably. Then we have linguistic background. This refers to the language and communication system understood, used, and valued by the learners at home prior to and while in their formal schooling. Acknowledging our students' linguistic backgrounds means understanding the languages they speak well and using that language in our teaching. For example, if we know that our learners are fluent in Tagalog, we might use both English and Tagalog to explain things in the classroom. This helps those students understand better because they can relate to what's being taught in the language that they know well. And then we have cultural background. This refers to the learner's existing values and prior experiences influenced by the traditions, customs, and beliefs of the society where they belong. Understanding our learners' cultural backgrounds means knowing their values and experiences shaped by the customs and beliefs of their society. For instance, if we are aware that some of our learners celebrate different cultural holidays, they might incorporate those celebrations into classroom activities. This can help students feel connected and respected, making the learning experience more inclusive and meaningful for everyone. We have socioeconomic background. This concerns the learner's combined social and economic status, characterized by parental education, occupation, income and expenditures, family structure, size, wealth, history and expectations, and home educational resources, and access to community resources. Understanding our students' socioeconomic background means considering their family's financial and social situation. For example, if we know that some of our learners may not have access to the internet at home due to financial constraints, we can provide printed materials for homework or offer extra help during school hours. This ensures that all students, regardless of their economic circumstances, have an equal opportunity to succeed in their studies. Lastly, religious background. This refers to the learner's orientation, beliefs, feelings, and practices that defines his or her religion. Recognizing the student's religious background means understanding their faith, beliefs, and religious practices. For instance, if we know that some of our students celebrate certain religious holidays, we can be considerate of this in the classroom schedule, assignments, and discussions. This respect for students' religious beliefs creates a more inclusive and comfortable learning environment, ensuring that their faith is honored while they learn. Also, during prayer before the start of the class, we can start with a moment of quiet reflection where everyone can pray in their own way. We must make sure that the prayer time doesn't favor one religion over another. The learners should know that they can choose to join or not. In doing so, we are respecting their beliefs. This makes the classroom inclusive and respectful of everyone's faith.